Hey guys. So this is just an update on pretty much like everything, you know. Um, yeah, cause I mean I've been doing the HHO project for. Let me look when I like first uploaded. But I mean I've been doing it for quite a long time, and it just still isn't finished. I'll tell you guys why later in a second. Let's see. When I first started testing it out, it's February 10th. Today's April 23rd. So for, what is that? Like 10 weeks now, I've been doing this project. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's taking definitely a lot longer than I'd like. And yeah, I mean, so I had it done, and what happened was I wanted to put more plates on there to get better production and stuff, because the flame size was a little small for glass one, and there just wasn't enough pressure to do a little bigger size or a little thicker flame. So I like planned it all out, and thought it would only take like a couple days to switch it out, so I'd like have it operational, and then I'll cut all the metal and drill it, and then make all the gaskets and stuff like that. But what happened was, I didn't really get the dimensions of the plates and stuff, and whenever I do like calculate it, just by like, oh, okay, whatever, it ends up, I always end up doing something wrong. So I decided, okay, I'll just take it apart and get the plates, get the dimensions of them, and stuff like that. And I ended up re-drilling the holes a little bigger, or a lot bigger actually, because it doesn't really make sense for me to put the amount of, or the same size, the area of the water intake would be the same size as the area of the, the output, where water and, gas are coming out. If there's a lot of gas and stuff like that, and it starts leaking out of starts permeating, or hydrogen would probably permeate through the gaskets, because, pretty high pressure, so, I didn't really want that. So yeah, I re-drilled them, and it took me at least like $40 to drill them, pretty much. And and it just took a long time, because I ended up going to Death Valley, over spring break, and I ended up actually doing a couple jobs, in the backyard to earn some money. So yeah, I really only had Monday, Tuesday, and like half of Wednesday. Oh, and then I had to, not even, because I ended up having to go to Doxit, and it was a little more than I anticipated. I thought it was just gonna be like, go over there twice a day. It was go over there 4 times a day. I didn't even go over there 4 times a day. My mom went over there in the morning, and I just went there like 3 times. But yeah, and actually thinking about it, on Monday, pretty much like half my schedule was just taken up, or whatever. But if I because I had to go to the Mission District or whatever, you know, to get my dad's watch, you know, like get it from being repaired. So had to do that, you know, with my mom. And you know, while we're coming back, I mean, since we're going over there, and it was a Monday, you know, a weekday, I thought it'd be a perfect day to go to the Glass Blowing Supply in Richmond. So I went over there, and they're only open Monday through Friday. So I mean, it is pretty good, and I'll show you what I got. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is what I got. I don't know how the angle is. It's okay, so yeah, so this is huge. I mean, all this for, you know, 5 feet, including solid rod and stuff like that, was like $30, like $28. You know, it's $6 a pound. So yeah, it's awesome, and I got pretty thick stuff like this too. And you see, this is actually really thin tubing, and it'd probably be really good for a capillary. So if I want to do something with that, that'd be really cool. You know, this is pretty big. I could actually start making, you know, if I end up, like, let's say I want to, like, maybe like a big chamber or something like that, I could actually probably stretch that out and then fuse it or something like that, or maybe this, you know, like this to that. Yeah, that'd be great. So yeah, I was pretty happy with this. Let me put this back. And the place was really awesome. I mean, it's like 2 warehouses, or like 1 warehouse pretty much just stock full of tubing, glass tubing, borosilicate, and then the other one is more like, you know, color and torches and, you know, graphite rods and tools and, you know, everything like that. Really awesome though. So yeah, but anyways, I didn't, you know, didn't do too much Monday. I sort of forget what I did Monday. It was like 3 weeks ago or something. But I think I took a nap. Yeah, I did. I think I actually went out. I think I made gaskets actually. So yeah. Or no, maybe I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I think I cut the metal, the rest of the metal or something. But I mean, just slaving away. Not even kidding. That it's like, you know, I probably put like 120 hours into this project. Like 120 hours in the garage just working on this project. It's probably like, you know, I probably got like 20 hours of footage. I don't know, probably maybe even less, or probably less, but you know, there's a lot in there. Actually, I can see. I know some of it is sort of the first 5 videos I have in the HHO, you know, playlist is sort of crap. It's just me like playing around with it. But I mean, let me check here. And then I also got HHO generator build. Okay, well, no, not 20 hours of, yeah, definitely not 20 hours, but here, I'll just count up the ones that have hours. Hour 20, what was that, 240, 4, 6, probably more around like 10 hours. I guess probably like 10 hours. Probably even less of that, because like I have it, like me playing with it and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know if my estimate on how many hours I put into it was right, but I don't know. I spent quite a lot of time on it. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much with the HHO update. I don't think I told you guys, but when I finally got everything put together and turned on, worked great, and lit it up, and flame size was actually fairly big. It was in the day, so like you can't really see the flame size too much, and it looked a lot cleaner than than it was previously. 'Cause before it was like a really like heavy sodium flame. This time it was a real nice blue. I did see a blue cone like on my previous flame, but this thing is probably like 2.5 times bigger. The blue like cone, pretty much. I mean, before it was like a blue cone, a little blue cone. Now it's like a blue flame, So yeah, and it worked pretty well. But within like 2 hours, so I saw a leak, just a really small leak, and I couldn't tell at first. I couldn't tell if it was like from when I was pouring back the stuff and like trying to fill the whole jug up, or pouring back the electrolyte and stuff like that, and trying to fill the jug up and stuff like that. I ended up starting it while the cap was off, and a bunch of gas displaced a lot of water, and ended up overflowing a ton. So like, before I even tried it out, or before I even like lit the torch, the thing like was drenched, and it was sort of like wet everywhere. So everything was sort of like dripping. So I didn't really realize there was a leak until everything stopped dripping, and I kept on drying everything up. And yeah, there was a leak. And then, I was trying to figure out what it was and stuff, and I started thinking it's the epoxy. And then I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just fix this tomorrow or whatever, something like that. And I come out to like just sort of see how the leak was or something, I don't know. And it was flooded, like everything was like, flooded pretty much. And, it just looked so bad. So I had to just, empty the whole thing out and stuff like that. So, that was really, really such a letdown and stuff like that. So, I didn't work on it for like 5 days or something like that. Or, it was actually exactly 1 week ago, so, it's about 8:50, it's like 8:57 right now, p.m. It's probably around what time it actually started leaking, yeah, so it's just so, like, so sad. So, yeah, I mean, so, I don't know, I mean, this whole project has been just, keep on going, but it's getting to the point where, like, I don't know if it's, like, worth my time to even, like, repair it. And also, there's so much stuff. See, like, today I was gonna repair it, and, I came up with, just pretty much, so it's the plate, metal plate, stainless steel, stainless steel, like, hex nut, and then epoxy around it. So I was thinking of just getting the hex nut and then just cracking it off. That's what I did with the JB weld. Worked really well. So emptied it out. I mean, I guess we emptied it out. But then, emptied it out a little bit more and stuff like that. And then I was going to empty out the bubbler. And I saw the port that the gas would go out to go to the bubbler. The epoxy was actually just like shifted, it. I think just the sodium hydroxide just ends up reacting with a lot of. I mean, I looked at the chemical formula for it, and I guess there's a lot of like OH groups or whatever, or just a bunch of OH groups, I guess. And I'm thinking it's really just like that sort of reacts with like the sodium and whatever, and or sodium hydroxide, sorry. And I know, like, pretty sure I read this somewhere that like to make soaps and stuff like that, they'll actually just get like a lipid, I guess, and then you add sodium hydroxide, and the sodium hydroxide actually like replaces like some non-polar, or the sodium, replaces some like non-polar end of the molecule, and then it actually makes it polar on one end and then non-polar on the other end, so stuff like that. So that sort of thing, that's sort of like what's happening with the epoxy. So I just have to have that one, sit with me for like a week, and just really reevaluate and like really like prepare myself for what kind of work I have to do, because I have to pretty much replace I don't replace everything, but I still don't know how I'm gonna like replace all the epoxy bonds on the water jug. See, the problem is like, no, actually it is sort of like a problem. There's only like 1 or 2 ports that didn't really tap well, because I tapped it and then I put the epoxy on, just to really like minimize the amount of pressure that the water would put on the epoxy and stuff like that. And I remember like the port that like the epoxy pretty much broke off. It I remember it's like really thin and I couldn't tap it well. So I think that's why all the other ones are like, I think all the other ones are actually pretty sealed, so they don't actually, the epoxy isn't actually in contact with the sodium hydroxide solution. But I don't know. I mean, I could get another one for like $15, I think, or I could reuse it. Well, see, I don't know what kind of technique or whatever I should use to seal it. First I was thinking like, I mean, I've seen plastic welders at Harbor Freight, I'm like, maybe I could just plastic weld it, because, I mean, that might be better. But I'd actually have to get a good plastic welder with a temperature range, and also it's dissimilar materials, it's like I don't know what kind of material or what kind of I think it's a high density polyethylene or something, HDP or something like that. Something like that. You know, and it's like food grade, you know, so it doesn't really leach out that much. Against water, I guess. I don't know. But so that's like the water jug, and the hose barbs are nylon, and so I mean, I guess those are dissimilar materials. So I don't even want to try to like do that because I'm feeling like it's gonna be not so great. So another thing I could do is pretty much just clamp the two ends like with a nut and or the hose barb in a nut and just really clamp it. And I think that might work. There's two problems with that though. I don't know if I want to put a like a rubber. Oh, actually. Oh no. Well, I just thought of I could I could make little rubber gaskets with the PVC matting I've been using. That actually might work because I was thinking with the other, like I have a set of I'll get it. It's you know, O-rings, and you can see on the back that they're like really oily, and I mean if oil or like lipids, non-polar hydrocarbons react with sodium hydroxide, to make soap or whatever. These things are going to dry out pretty quickly. So, and then they're going to crack, and it wouldn't be good. But I think the PVC matting might actually work. So, yeah. But the second problem to the thing is I would need to be able to go or have my hand, inside the jug and put the hex nut there and then screw in the hose barb on the other side. And my hand doesn't even fit through the opening. So yeah, that's definitely a problem. Actually, I didn't really try. I might be able to get it through, but there's also a lot of sodium hydroxide in there. So, I mean, I have to wash it out pretty well, which I guess I could. And then another problem is, like, I got multiple places to put it, or places where those barbs are. And some are, like, at right angles from the opening, Here's the opening, here's that. And I don't think the length of my hand, because I'd only be able to bend my hand pretty much, or my wrist, so I'd have to have the hex nut right there. Oh my god. And yeah, just I don't think I can get back there, so meaning I'd have to actually get another container. I could get like some pretty much like a Tupperware or something like that. A little thicker and stuff, and with clamping sealed. Stuff like that. And that'd be good. But I don't know. I mean, the problem with that is like I built the thing for like the dimensions of the water jug, and yeah, so it's not great. So, and yeah, if I go any smaller, I mean, it's going to reduce the amount of pressure there is and stuff like that. So, and my whole design was so different than like other designs I've seen, because with my big water jug, to really push through all that gas, and yeah, so, and plus there's actually another thing I've noticed. I mean, there's so many things wrong, but this one's probably a pretty easy thing to fix, especially because I dumped out the all the water into the sink that I used. So it was actually pretty warm when I unloaded it or whatever. It was actually pretty warm, and I noticed there was actually quite a lot of, I think it's hexavalent chromium. Yeah. So that's not good, but I think the thing was just pulling too much current, and that means there's too much electrolyte in there. So really, if I just put more water and then just sort of like, slowly put some sodium hydroxide in there until I get good enough flame, and pull like half the current or something. So I mean, that's the HHO update. I think I said that before, but yeah, such a letdown. So that's that, and I'll talk about what I've been doing pretty much, since I'm not spending my time in the garage making mistakes and crap like that. So besides Death Valley, which I have a video of, which is actually pretty cool, I got, I can show you. I got these rocks, because there's like a lot of mines there and stuff, and see, I got all those, and this is actually pretty cool. This is from Tidy's Canyon or something, and this is cool. So, and then this, I don't know if you guys can see, like, it's not too great. Let's get this one. Yeah, here we go. You see how like it's like sort of green, and then you can see like in the pits it's like sort of like a copper rust color. So I'm feeling like there's gonna be like a lot of copper in this, or maybe iron chloride. I don't know. One of those two. There's another green rock. There's a lot of green rocks in whatever crater is there. It's like Ubin or something like that. Pretty sure I said that wrong. Got some talc too, which actually, I'll show you guys. See, it's talc. And actually got borax too. This is what they mainly mine there. It's actually, it's in this. Just because I didn't know this stuff was borax. Actually, let me get it shown. Okay, so you can see it's like, you can see like some salt and stuff like that. Yeah. So and the whole thing's pretty brittle. So if I get the dirt out of that and stuff, it'll be probably like a quarter cup or something. But yeah, I didn't realize. Well, that's actually pretty wet. I don't know why that's wet. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize that stuff was borax. I thought borax was mined like out of a cave or whatever. Well, not a cave, but side mountain. But but it's actually, reading about it at some borax museum there, which is like an outside walk around thing. It actually, is in like, the mountains or whatever, but then when it rains and stuff, it seeps out and goes into like the dry lakes, and then it evaporates, and you get a lot of like borax, I guess, or like borate. I guess borate would be a polyatomic ion, so products of borate, or like sodium borate. I think that's what. No, actually, I don't really know. Never mind. Take it back. So, yeah, and the stuff. So actually, the previous day, I went to what's it called? I know, it's humongous. Like, it's where we went dirt bike riding, but there's like a humongous, salt flat pretty much, and it was just caked, it was white and stuff like that. So, and I was like, oh, I guess that's it. I thought that was just like salt, like sodium chloride, because there's a dry lake bed. So like, I just thought it was like, salt, I guess. Salt water. Reduced dense salt. But, yeah, I was wrong. And they actually had some pretty, higher purity than stuff I got. Oh, well. I guess I'll be going there next time, too. borax is really cheap, so you get it at the store. A nice, pure box of it. But I like to, I would like to, process stuff with the hydrogen flame and stuff. Or at least with glassware that I made using propane and hydrogen. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not, there yet. I don't know when we'll be there either. Man. But, so yeah, that's that. And, so that's pretty much, yeah, whatever. So, I signed up for, like the AP, I don't even know if it's AP, but it's just, yeah, I don't know what you call it, but it's, like AP Chem subject test or something to get college credits or whatever. And, I'm only in, like, honors chem, but, I know someone who, like, took it. She didn't go to, like, the school I go to, but she took it from, or when she was just, like, in honors chem, and she passed it, I guess. So, I thought that'd be good, and, I was going to do, AP Chem next year, because it just seems like a lot of labs and just a lot of busy work and stuff. But I'm pretty interested in science and stuff like that, so, I was thinking like, I was thinking next year I would take it, and within, by the time next year came around, like May 2nd, I would, have a pretty good understanding of chemistry. But my mom, was keeping bugging me to do it, and it's like, oh, isn't it gonna be a lot more fresh in your mind this year? And I just get really irritated about that, because, if you actually learn it, then it shouldn't go away. That, obviously, sort of like review it just a little, just to get it like, okay, you know, I mean, probably take like 2 hours, 2 hours to review pretty much. You'll be good if you actually learn it. But, you know, my mom always keep on saying that, and I like explain to her why I don't want to take it this year. And it's just like she doesn't really comprehend or remember my, you know, statements about that. And so it's like I get bugged by it every day, and like, you know, the deadlines are like coming up, you know, whatever. So, you know, I wasn't gonna take it, but then I started thinking like, I'm not gonna take really any AP class just to take the AP test, you know. You don't have to. So, you know, I just take pretty easy classes, but really just learn on my own, pretty much. So, I mean, chemistry, physics, and probably math is probably the ones I'd be taking. And I'm probably not going to do AP physics. I didn't even sign up for any math next year. I'm a sophomore right now, so probably not going to do math my junior year or senior year. Because it's a load of crap. It sucks so much. It's so stupid. Math is like the most stupid, or I mean, I gotta say, pre-calculus is probably like the worst curriculum crap ever. We don't go into it because I guess there's too much to learn, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's so stupid. And it's not enough time to really get into it. I mean, there is enough time, but I'm not going to break up, you know. I mean, really, I'd spend, I don't know, if I was really motivated to do it, and really, like, on top of my game or whatever. But, I mean, I could just do that. I could, or what I'm saying is, it's like 40 or 50, pretty much like an hour out of my day that's really just, like, useless, you know? So, because, I mean, I could just learn it on my own. And if I took the class and just learned it on my own anyways, I mean, why would I take the class, you know? And, I mean, and you don't even have to, you take the AP, you know, subject test for those kind of things, and you don't have to take the class. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know why I would even bother taking the class. So, yeah, but, so, I mean, that would be at least 2, like, subject tests I'd have to take. I don't know, I was thinking, like, I'd take, like a bunch of them, you know, but I guess now that I think of it, there's not really much to take. Oh well. That'd pretty much just be like me taking one every year. Yeah. Well, I don't know. But, yeah, so, you know, I was like, okay, I'll just, you know, take it this year to clear up some space next year. And, I mean, I actually wasn't really thinking, like, you could take these things senior year, you know? I thought, I don't know, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, so I finally agreed just to do it this year, just get my mom stop talking, you know, and, you know, just to clear up some, you know, schedule for next year. And, yeah, so, you know, I mean, since I heard that, you know, like my friend that, you know, had done it, and I don't really know what she got, but I feel like she got like a 5 or something. I don't know, but I mean, she at least passed, you know. Um, yeah, and she only took honors chem. Yeah, I was thinking like, oh, okay. I should probably be pretty good, and so like I talked, or I sort of like asked around. I really only asked this one person, but yeah, he told me it was like really hard, and I should get my refund for it, and it was like really stupid that I signed up for it. So that really got me like sort of scared. And I was like, oh man, I should probably learn everything, and so yeah, I started searching it up, and like I went on Khan Academy, and I've pretty much been like, I practically watched half their videos already, and I'll be watching a lot of them. I've been doing it every morning, weekends pretty much. So pretty much every morning. I started doing it like a week and a half ago, so you know how it is. A week and a half ago, yeah. So yeah, and I got a week. It's on Monday, May 2nd. Today's the 23rd. So yeah, pretty much have a week to get everything done. But since I just pretty much gonna let the HHO system project sort of just leave it be. Yeah, I think I'll definitely study and really just engulf myself in chemistry. And I've actually learned quite a lot. Like, I've actually learned like a lot. Because I learned, we like sort of skim over it and stuff like that in chemistry. But like, I'm actually starting to like really understand it. And yeah, just yeah. But I'm still pretty scared. Cause like yesterday, I went to like register for it, and I went to like some classes registering for some other test, like some programming test or something. So I like go in there, and then the person who was like instructing us, I had like met up with her before, and so like I pretty much like walked with her to the classroom and stuff, and she like announces that I like am taking the AP Chem thing, and I'm like only in honors and stuff like that, and man, that was a little embarrassing, and everyone's, I hear everyone like, what? Yeah. What does that guy think he's doing? Yeah, so that updated my my fear and motivation to learn chemistry. Like I don't know, just a little, but just a little more pressure pressure for me to like actually do like well, or at least pass it. But if I actually want to do stuff in chemistry and stuff like that, then like I'm probably gonna have to get a 5. Yeah, but just like everyone I talk to is like thinks I'm really stupid for signing up for this. So, or no, not everyone, but like everyone except one person. So, or plus another, like maybe my mom or something. But yeah, other than that, you know, yeah. So yeah, right now it's pretty much just like understanding stuff, and then I think next weekend, within 2 days, I'll just really cram everything and start, playing with numbers and stuff, or maybe starting Thursday next week or something. But really, just like uh, you know, playing with numbers and you know, vocabulary too, and like whatever law, pretty much. Yeah, so that's really it. That's what I've been doing for the last month, or last like 3 weeks at least. And yeah, sort of sucks. I know it's not really that bad. Like I don't even care like that my HHO generator is this sucky right now and this like terrible and a piece of crap right now, just because it's like always been that, and it's always been like unfinished. So I don't even like care, It's so normal. And yeah, so yeah, Ball's chemistry stuff's making me like really want to sleep. So I've been sleeping, a little more. So I guess that's good. So it just gets a little old. It's like you eat while you watch it, and then you sleep, and then you get up, and then you eat. And eating after eating and then taking a nap and then getting up, like you don't feel so fresh, Like, you feel like pretty like rested, but like not like so so fresh, like intestinally or you know digestively fresh. Yeah, whatever. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to give you guys an update on my life, and yeah, I definitely hope I pass that thing, because that's gonna be pretty embarrassing. I know. I mean, if not, I mean, it's still pretty good. It motivated me to do all this learning for chemistry, and I can't really say that I would have done that, if I hadn't signed up for it. If I just sort of like set it off for next year, I'm not sure if I would have. And I mean, if I started doing this thing earlier, started like reviewing it earlier, I probably still wouldn't have I probably would have gone to the same place, pretty much. Because I mean, let's see, 2.5, or no, yeah, it's like 2.5 weeks to prepare for this. And yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna go, because yeah, gotta do some chemistry. But yeah, whatever. Adios, guys, and keep watching my YouTube videos. Thank you.